2 points is 2 points.
Don't be a show-off.
I don't care if you slam dunk. I don't care if you shoot a layup.
2 points is 2 points.
All you gotta do is take a short shot, box out, rebound. You ain't got to dunk on everybody.
Forget about the theatrics.
All you getting for that is two.
You ain't scored 2 points your whole life.
Who you gonna listen to? How about yourself? Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, yo, Kobe, you think you're getting some tickets?
Courtside?
Yeah.
Come on.
There's a song I want to sing. There's a bell I want to ring. Every place that I go, it's easier with you. I am free to express myself. Around the world, on Main Street. I am free to live my dream.
At Michelin, our tires are rigorously tested. They're laser checked, X-rayed for structural integrity. And finally, no tire leaves the factory without a thorough hand inspection. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
The NBA playoffs on TBS are brought to you by Hyundai, where the freedom of America's best warranty is standard equipment. By the AT&T Ultimate Fan Zone on NBA.com. You can get NBA gear just by talking on the phone. By Circuit City. Circuit City, we're with you. And by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
On a doubleheader night on TBS Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson in Studio A. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Peter Vesey is here. Steve Kerr is here as the Spurs do something this year that they could not do in the postseason last year when they had the best record in home court throughout the playoffs. They were swept by the Lakers. Tonight, they win, and not only win, they win in the other guy's gym, 88-85. And the way they won this game, faced with Kobe Bryant coming at them down the stretch, brought back some bad memories for Steve Kerr. Not that long ago as Kobe.
About a week ago, right?
Exactly, and you bring this up and kind of take me through the similarities and the differences in what happened against the Blazers and what happened against the Spurs
The
tonight.
similarity is that we had control of the game at the end. The Blazers did. The game's ours. They've got the ball in Kobe's hands down 2, and we give up a 3. Now, when you're up 2, you have to cover the three-point line, and especially if it's Robert Horry. Tonight, the Spurs have a 2-point lead. Lakers get the ball. They're on the break. They come down. Kobe's got, they decide not to call the timeout, which I think is a great decision. And you see here, Kobe, he has a lane to the basket. But the Spurs stay disciplined. They stay with Fisher right there. Antonio Daniels stays out on him. And that's the difference in the game.
And as a result, the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant, after a
so one is a smart team now.
After a second-half comeback, fall 3 points shy, 88-85.
No, like I told you guys before the game. See, I read those stats, and the point differential, and the Lakers are not playing the same way.
You and
that
they are. Get off of that.
I'm telling you, that's what I. No, actually, what I did see, the opportunity for guys to hit the short shot, and I think that loosened Tim Duncan up. Down the stretch, neither team made the correct play except for the Spurs on the defensive end. But offensively, neither one of them made the correct play to even get a shot off. Tim Duncan loses the ball, and then come down, Kobe loses the ball as well. But throughout the game, the motif and the theme was short jump shots by everyone else to loosen up Tim, and I think that was the biggest difference.
Hey, psychologically, the Spurs should be in pretty good shape, huh?
Oh, what a hurdle to overcome.
Last year they lost by 66 points in L.A. in 2 games. And this year, in 2 games, the difference is a -3, but they picked up the win. So in the West, Sacramento has lost the home court. The Lakers have lost the home court. And in the East, the Nets have maintained their home court. So exactly the opposite of probably what we thought was going to happen.
And a lot of memories flooding back for Steve Kerr as a member of the Spurs last year and the Blazers this year.
Because that's a smart team. No.
Meantime, let's go back to the Staples Center, shall we? I wonder what Greg Popovich has to say after this series is tied 1-1.
Antonio Daniels was really huge for us, and you know, he needed to be. We have to get something off the bench, and he did a masterful job. He played good D. He was real aggressive offensively. He looked to score, you know, and he kept the offense going. So Antonio was really a pleasure to watch tonight.
Pop, you came out of a timeout with about 6 minutes left in the fourth, and you ran a pick and roll with Tony and Tim, and ended up with a 3-point play out of it. Was that exactly what you diagrammed and
Yes.
what you wanted to do?
Amazing as it may seem, on that particular one, it was what we diagrammed. Doesn't always work that way, but it did that time.
Was that big timeout play work?
We did not call that. That was luck. Wish I could tell you differently, but.
How pleased are you with the defense? I mean, it seemed like you guys controlled Shaq and contained him and did the best you could do.
Well, you know, I never use the word control with Shaq. I mean, he's unbelievable, but I do think we've played very good defense both nights. I think we can do a little bit better job. We're still, you know, leaving some people and making some mistakes, but all in all, our guys are really competing hard at the defensive end, and we just need to continue to work at the offensive end. This is, you know, something that we've had to deal with all year long with the new players and with young Tony at the point. You know, we're not always in sync as we have been in past years at the offensive end. So it's something that we continually have to work on, and that's good for us. We know we can get a lot better in that area.
Now, Peter kind of touched on this, but with the benefit of the AOL brackets, we can show you that the Kings and Mavs are going to Dallas tied up at 1-1 as the Kings lose the home court. Lakers do the same thing here. They didn't lose a playoff game last year until the first game of the NBA Finals. 1-1 as they play Game 3 Friday on TNT. When we come back, Game 2 in New Jersey. The Hornets seeking the equalizer against the New Jersey Nets. But as Peter's also pointed out, that didn't happen.
Inside the NBA on TBS is brought to you by Hyundai, where the freedom of America's best warranty is standard equipment.
Evan.
No, I don't think so, kid.
Wait, I wasn't bad.
That wasn't the problem. You were boring, taking up space. You should have gotten the new Hyundai Tiburon. Nice, huh? It's got 6-speed transmission, V6 power, and the freedom of America's best warranty plan.
Can I drive?
This is hell, kid. You get the minivan.
That can jam over any man. Can you dig it? Who's the cat that wants sourdough, bacon, and all that? I'm talking about Shack Pack. We can dig it. The new Shack Pack. Grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger, crispy fries with free warm cheddar cheese dipping sauce, and a Coca-Cola classic. You gotta have a Shack Pack, baby.
for the first time on network television.
What we're attempting to achieve here has never been done.
One woman will risk everything for science. And one man will do anything to save her. The Sweetest Things, Thomas Jane and Samuel L. Jackson.
Just what did you do to those sharks?
Oh my God.
Deep Blue Sea. Sunday night at 8, 7 Central and Pacific on TBS Superstation.
Inside the NBA is presented by
Hyundai.
Oh, that was nice. Hornets and the Nets playing Game 2, Continental Airlines Arena tonight. Jason Kidd, not the MVP by...
He's my MVP.
Voters.
Oh, no, that's...
No, Tim
White
Duncan
said
is
that.
yours. I read that
White
today.
said that.
Keith Van Horn with the finish. And Jason Kidd, P.J. Brown going to get tangled up here a little bit, Jet.
Well, you know, the playoffs get you a little testy, a little uneasy.
Charlie Ward thought it was a real good play.
You used that earlier.
So what? I listen to your programs, Ernie. You repeat everything 4 or 5 times.
Like we've seen this game
Not
before.
all the time. Anyway.
Jeez.
Baron Davis.
The first time I've ever repeated anything.
Baron Davis, 62-59 Charlotte. Lucius Harris, what a game he
I
had.
sometimes think your show is a replay.
Thanks for watching, though. A 92-83 at that point. Kenya Martin to Jason Kidd, who hits Keith Van Horn. And the New Jersey Nets.
My son would give it to his son. I'm just letting you know that.
You've said that before, as a matter of fact.
It's a replay.
102 to 88, the
Your
Nets.
son's 12, though.
No, my son's 5. He's 5. We will give it to him.
With a 14-point win over the Charlotte Hornets to take a 2-0 lead in that series. Lucius Harris, 24 points, a career playoff high, hits 10 out of 11 from the field. They're talking about that performance.
I thought the biggest star tonight was Lucius Harris. I thought he was doing everything for him. He was scoring, he was getting rebounds, he was doing it all.
Who was the guy in the mask tonight?
Zorro. Lucius Harris. Lucius was fantastic. The one thing we've been able to accomplish all season long is when Kerry Kittles doesn't have it going extremely well, Lucius does.
He's a quality player. He can make big shots, but to shoot 10 for 11, then that's disappointing to me.
He's a true professional. He does his job well, and he knows what his job is. And, for a veteran, it helps a lot of the younger guys.
The Lucius Harris numbers, 24
Lucius.
points. In fact, outscored the Charlotte bench.
I don't feel like the Lucius.
Lucius?
Yeah, I'm not with that one.
10 out of 11
We
from the floor.
already mentioned that, Ernie. Previous, he outscored the bench.
Hey, Peter, give it a rest. Anyway, that's the numbers for Lucius Harris on the night. Meantime, you want to go back to the Staples Center. There's Phil Jackson after Game 2.
Dan San Antonio, they had a good game plan. They came at us hard early. We were caught in foul trouble that first half and couldn't get on track again. Their defense played well against us again. And, our second half effort was good, but, we let them get right back in the game after we got them to a 4-point game. They played well under the duress of that charge that we made in the third quarter.
Phil, everyone's so used to seeing Kobe make so many clutch plays down the stretch, you almost kind of just take it for granted that he's going to make something out of that. What did you see happen? Did he just not have a clear idea what he was going to do midair there? Or?
He got turned, he went to pick the ball up, and the ball came out of his hand. And, it was loose, obviously, and he went up and tapped it back to Fisher, and that was a violation.
He didn't, it would seem he didn't have a clear idea of where he was going when he was going to do with the play.
When he came off the spin, yeah. I thought so, too. I didn't see the actual event. I saw his turn and the ball come out of his hand. And then I was blocked out of the next sequence. But that's what we wanted. We said that if it was a situation where the ball was recovered in a loose ball and we had an open floor to play for, get the ball to Kobe, and we'd take our opportunity of that in an open floor.
So obviously you weren't surprised the way Duncan played.
No, he played well. We did a good job on him, too. He had 10 turnovers. He had a triple-double tonight. And, got to the foul line often and played a good enough game to carry them in.
Bill, how does it change things now? Any at all? Are you concerned that things have swung now?
Well, they played with a lot of confidence tonight, and that was, I'm sure a good sign for their coach. They have an opportunity to bring Robinson back on Friday, So, sure, they're going home, and they're a good team on their home court.
We will have ample opportunity to talk more about the Laker game after we look at the highlights later, but let's go back to the Charlotte, New Jersey series now, which goes to the Hive, and that resounding home court edge that the Hornets enjoy there against the Nets, who are up 2-0 in this series. Where do we see it going?
Well, I mean, if the Nets bench continues the way it is, we talked about Harris, but we did not talk about Richard Jefferson. 29 minutes off the bench. This is why I was pumping him up for Rookie of the Year at the second part of this season. This guy plays important minutes. He had 10 points. He had 6 rebounds. He had 4 block shots, 3 assists. I mean, he played a flawless game. I mean, another Jefferson that's on the way up.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
By the way, it's another one of those. It's also another one of those reasons that the Nets
went a long way for that.
That the Nets feel underappreciated. That Jason Kidd's not the MVP, and that Byron Scott's not the Coach of the Year, and Jefferson made second team.
Come on,
rookie.
George.
Hey,
Come on, give me some love, George.
I did watch the marathon last night on Nick at Night, but anyway, that's another story for another time.
Do you have anything to add to the Charlotte, New Jersey
You know what?
storyline?
The funny thing is, when I looked at the series at the beginning, I thought that Byron Scott likes to extend the minutes of his bench. He'll keep Jason Kidd out for extended minutes. He'll keep Kenyon Martin out, and he plays his second unit for probably 8 minutes, 7. And I thought Indiana exploited that, and Isaiah kind of slipped in his starters back in. And I thought tonight Charlotte tried to slip their starters back in and play against their second unit, and it didn't work. And that's surprising.
But against Indiana, he only kept Kidd on the bench, maybe 7, 8 minutes. The other guys, yeah, but not
he keeps
Kidd.
his bench in there for a long
But Johnson
time.
came up with some big shots in that series.
Silas never plays his bench. He's had Bryce Drew on the bench all year. He rides Baron Davis and Wesley throughout the year. Really, they're both averaging close to 40 minutes a game. That's the way they play. So this is the way both teams have played all year.
Talking about backcourt, front court, he plays the bench.
Yeah, a little bit, but look at the minutes. I mean, it's 100 minutes on the bench to maybe 30 or 40 versus Charlotte. So a big advantage for the bench.
And just by way of a little bit of background on Lucius Harris, because who was the masked man, he actually broke the zygomatic bone in his face when he was hit by an elbow from Will Solomon of the Grizzlies in March.
Is that your nose?
No, not really.
Close to it?
It's there. You can see it right there.
But it's like
near
the
your
nose, right?
Yeah, but you wouldn't call your nose your zygomatic, so it's right up there.
I wouldn't call anything my zygomatic.
Well,
I'd say either my face or my nose.
Zygomatic moments.
Certainly shouldn't. Well, when we come back, the latest chapter in the Larry Brown Allen Iverson saga.
I can't wait till Charles get here tomorrow, man.
Authored by Iverson.
He's going to kill you with this zygomatic.
You think I want to leave Philadelphia? All right. Hell yeah, I'm coming back. Did I ask him? I had to ask my coach, can I come back?
No, as opposed to being traded.
I ain't going nowhere. Larry Brown ain't going nowhere.
Well, that was easy. It's called the latch system. We're the first to have it. Have a good trip.
What would it be like if Avis didn't try harder?
Get it in yet, Captain? Hope so. Great. I got these other customers who can't figure this thing out. Could you give them a hand? Me and car seats. You know.
If we didn't try harder, we wouldn't be Avis. The Latch System, the new federal standard on child safety. Find out more at avis.com.
one of America's most beloved singers and international star.
Some broken hearts never mend. It must be love, it must be love.
We really had a lot of fun putting this collection together. And I hope you enjoy it.
I recall a gypsy.
Don Williams is loved all over the world. If you order right now, we'll include a special videotape capturing the magic of Africa.
Till the rivers all run dry.
Order now to get your very own Don Williams collection. Cassettes and videotape only $21.95. CD and videotape only $26.95. Here's how to get yours now.
Call 1-800-694-9955 or send $21.95 for video and cassette or $26.95 for video and CD plus $5.45 shipping to the address on your screen.
Look, baby, let's stop fooling around. Your body's slamming, let's get to jamming.
He's cool under pressure. And always in control.
It ain't no thing.
But when the heat is on,
Get me undercover, brother.
he's the one to call.
Would you stop fooling around?
It's time to unleash our secret weapon.
Would you like to be my friend?
Oh, he's one brother like no other.
I've been a solo star, shooting the shots that I thought would win the game. Come to realize, only a team wins a championship. You mess with the fro, you got to go.
Undercover brother.
Confirmed, you got sold.
Welcome back to Inside, presented by Hyundai. Tomorrow night, Celtics and Pistons with Dr. J in the studio, 8 o'clock Eastern time, followed by Inside. And then Thursday, the Nets and Hornets playing Game 3, followed by the Kings and the Mavs from Dallas, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We get it going. Now, the most recent salvo in the touch-and-go relationship of Sixers head coach Larry Brown and his resident superstar Allen Iverson came over the weekend when Brown said he's had problems with Iverson for 6 years and that Allen needs to be at practice. He needs to set an example, and if he does those things, he can be a Sixer for life. Well, today Iverson met with Brown while talk of a potential trade was swirling, and then with the microphones waiting and the cameras rolling and the writers scribbling away, Iverson had his say.
I mean, I just I mean, a lot of y'all, I don't care what you say. You can try to put your feet in my shoes. They won't never fit, because you can't go through what I go through in my life. But just try. Just try to stick your foot in my shoes. Just for one, it ain't even got to be a damn day. Just for 1 minute. I don't have no problem with Larry Brown. I love Larry Brown. That's my man. That's my man. But in this situation right here, me and him, you know, we ain't tight as I thought we was. What I got to do, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to be the biggest, baddest, strongest bodybuilder in the world. And that's going to make me the best player in the world. That's going to make me, if I can do that, if I build myself up and get a whole lot of muscles and come back in here and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, y'all going to give me the MVP award automatically? Will you please do that? If I come in here and look swole and big and strong and tough, y'all going to give me that award, right?
I think you got to earn it.
Why not? I mean, I've been the MVP, bony as hell. I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
Well, Coach,
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice. What you know about basketball?
I know.
Have you ever played?
Yes. Have I watched?
I don't know Phil Jackson. I don't know you as a basketball player. I mean, for real. I know you as a columnist. Listen, I don't know you as no player though. I ain't never heard of you as no player.
Why is that an issue?
Why is that an issue? Because we talking about basketball.
Well, then let me ask my question.
We talking about basketball.
Let me ask my question.
What? What's your question? Philip. I'm not different than you. You get paid to get on that mic and talk, don't you? Don't you get paid? You get paid to do your job. You get paid to do your job, right? But Allen Iverson ain't nobody. I ain't nowhere near you criticizing you about nothing, cause I'm not. You're a human, man. You do what you do, man. That's your job. That's your job. I ain't here to critique you about what you do. I don't like the way he pronounced that word or this, that, and the third. I don't do that. I don't do that to you. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I don't know. That's God. That's in God's hand. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that'll help me, if it won't. I don't know. That's God, man. God do that. God do that. That's God, man. God handles all that. He handles that, man. It ain't up to you to say if Allen Iverson do this or if he do that, he can be this or he can be that. I mean, it ain't up to you. It ain't up to everybody in here. It ain't even up to me. It's God. God do that. That's God handles all that shit.
And on that note, what out of all that, what grabs your attention the most?
Well, it's a lot of things that grab my attention. The first thing is I was disappointed in the fact that Larry Brown went to the media and voiced his opinion with Allen. I think that he also recognized that the basketball game, as Allen said in that piece, is the most important thing in his life. Take those games away from him if he is not coming to practice, and set a rule and where there's some consequences and repercussions for what he does and for his acts. So if you let it go on 6 years, so Ernie, if I come and slap you in the head for 6 years and on the 6th year you say, you know what, I'm tired of you slapping me in my head. To me, it's your fault. On the other hand, he is dead wrong about not taking practice seriously, because all the great players have always taken practice very seriously and have set examples. However, goes back to the coach. You have to set that example and make repercussions, and then you don't have those problems. And you don't have to go to the media to voice it. But he also knows what makes Allen tick. And the media makes Allen tick. When those things come out in press, he does know that it makes him tick.
Let's get back to this in just a second. First, Kobe Bryant, his post-game thoughts at Staples Center.
Yeah, I had my shooters there. Just lost control of the ball.
Were you trying to shoot or pass?
Pass.
So what does it mean to you guys now? You guys have said all playoffs you haven't played well, and even toward the end with your turnover, you guys still haven't played well. These guys hadn't beat you in, a long time, not even one. What does that say to you guys about how you're playing and what you need to do?
We don't have a choice now. We have to improve. We have to go up to San Antonio and play well in Game 3. And I, for one, am looking forward to that. And I'm sure we'll all be up for the challenge and we'll all play our best basketball there.
You see in the locker room the party starts now?
Yep.
What do you mean by that?
Like we said last year, the series never really starts till you lose one at home. And this is when the fun begins, because now it's competitive basketball. You don't have a team down 2-0, it's a split. And now you're going up to their home court where they're going to have 36,000 fans screaming and hollering. Duncan's going to get the well-deserved MVP award. There's going to be a lot of emotion in that game. And I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm sure my teammates are too.
Did you guys kind of see this coming, Kobe, that you guys were living dangerously?
That game will be on Friday. Back to the...
Is that your fishing hat he was wearing?
He doesn't want it.
Not yet. Back to Allen Iverson for a second. You point out, if you're going to sit here and slap me in the head for 6 years in a row and I don't say anything, I get the impression, Peter, Larry Brown has to have talked to Allen Iverson about things that are troubling him about his habits in the course of 6 years, correct?
No, we all know that. This has been going on and on and on, and Allen
so it's
knows
not like Larry Brown broke this out this week and said, oh, by the way, I don't like this. It's been going on.
He has been suspended for a game for missing a practice already. I mean, so he's taking games away. But again, he's your best player. Are you going to take it away? He had excuses. He didn't like the excuses. But look, we know this is nothing new. Again, I totally agree with you. Larry opened it all up by jumping on him in public. Allen's feelings are obviously very hurt. He feels that he played in the playoffs with a broken hand. You know, what more can he do? Well, you can respect your coach's wishes and show up for practice and play hard in practice because, believe me, practice makes perfect, right?
Before Steve goes on, too, because he has to explain, and he probably has, that he cannot do his job if Allen's not at practice. Allen maybe can do his job without coming to practice, but he can't do his job.
Right.
But Steve, you know, if you take the game away from Allen Iverson, you suspend him for every time that he misses a practice, he would start showing up because he cares so much about the game. It's obvious.
I don't know if you can do that anyway, Union.
Yeah, but if he cares that much about the game, then he's got to go to practice. I mean, there's a certain responsibility you have when you're a superstar, when you're a team leader. And
when you get paid.
When you get paid a fortune. Practice is a huge part of the game, and that's what struck me most about his comments. You know, he went on a little rampage, but the big thing that stuck out was he ridiculed the word practice like it didn't mean anything. And I disagree. I watched Tim Duncan last year when he was struggling with his free throw. He was coming in every day, an hour before. He was shooting 200-300 free throws, and now he's an 80% shooter. That's what makes an MVP, a superstar.
But I thought it was a little wild of Jeff Van Gundy to blame the media, and I actually blame you, Ernie, for all this stuff. So
you blame me for this. Well,
yeah,
I'll take it.
because you know you started it all. You started it all. Van Gundy said the media did it, and you are the media. You are award-winning media.
I will tell you this: the guys upstairs were so taken by Allen's performance today, and the concept of what would happen if he did hit the weight room every day and came here like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know, the truth is, too many players are spending too much time in the weight room, and they should be out on the court.
No
like,
question.
I can't believe they superimposed my body over his picture.
With the 10.
Anything goes in here. When we come back, another look, by the way, at the Spurs and the Lakers, and a little more discussion on where that series is headed, which is now 1-1. We'll be back.
Next on Movies for Guys.
I quit.
While Fletch hits the road,
This place will make a nice mausoleum.
Rick hangs with the Lakers. Ooh, and Shaq.
You got a lot of respect around here, don't you?
Fletch lives. Next on Movies for Guys. Only on the Superstation.
Jim! Hey, Mikey. There's our TV. 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh. Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
Anything in the mail?
Junk. Hey, look at this.
What?
A credit card pre-approved. You know what that means.
You already have a credit card.
But it's pre-approved. What do you want? A trip to Bermuda?
The Caymans?
Yeah. Or a nice dinner out.
You know what I want? A house.
Using credit wisely is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
To action at your Honda dealer, because right now you can ride off with a great street bike with financing as low as 2.9% with no down payment. Or spring for low payments, because Shadow 750 start at just $90 a month with your Honda card. Act fast and get a bonus. On select street bikes, get up to $300 in bonus bucks before May 31st. Spring into action now at your Honda dealer.
Experience NBA.com on America Online. See the best action shots and off-the-court photos every night at America Online. Keyword NBA.com.
Inside's presented by Hyundai. Hyundai, by the way, and the NBA on TBS and TNT, teaming up to auction off the 2003 Hyundai Tiburon GTV6. Proceeds go to the Jimmy Fund and the St. Mary's Food Bank in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Log on to NBA.com for bidding information. Peter just babbling in Japanese over here. Please, that's what you're saying, please. Spurs and the Lakers playing game 2 of their best of 7 tonight. David Robinson, once again, 2 hours before the game, out there shooting jumpers, couldn't play.
Look good to me.
Tim Duncan.
I thought he was moving real well out there.
Spurs up 13.
No defense on him.
Shaq.
Oh, great
runs over
defensive
Duncan.
play.
Fourth foul on Shaq.
That's a big play in the first half to get 4 fouls. Shaq wasn't as aggressive in the second half because of that.
Lakers were down 16 at the break. Here
Tony
they
Parker,
come.
why are you chasing him like that?
LA down 8 after 3. Late fourth. Duncan to Malik Rose inside for a huge hoop, 87-84.
How big was he tonight? Malik Rose.
Offensive rebounds.
He's like 6'7".
And what a sequence here. Shaq with the steal from Duncan. Kobe.
Kobe comes in.
Who are you
he
going to
looks-
pass it to?
He's going to create. No.
Pass it to
The
yourself.
thing you can do, though, you can live with that. Your best player has the ball to make the play. It doesn't develop. Live with it.
And the Spurs' best defensive player stopped it, Danny Ferry. Did you see his guard against that pass?
He is an athlete.
88-85. The San Antonio Spurs have tied the series with the Lakers. They go to Game 3 Friday at San Antonio on TNT. Back to put the finishing touch on Inside the NBA, presented by
Hyundai.
after this.
TBS.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Want happy employees? Help secure their financial futures. At the Principal Financial Group, that's what we do. The Principal is the 401k leader, financial solutions for you and growing businesses. The Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
Chili's Citrus Fire Chicken and Shrimp. Citrus marinated chicken topped with spicy shrimp.
It was 1969. Peace, love, and music were in the air. And these guys?
Anyone see my slide rule?
Were nowhere near it.
Give it a whirl.
They were busy developing what would become the internet. As the internet evolved, so have we. BBN became GTE Internetworking, and today we're Genuity, providing e-business solutions from the people who started it all. Genuity.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tinactin still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's gonna do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
My whole family's on America Online. I write my mom a lot. She has AOL.
I get to share pictures with my sisters.
My brothers are on my buddy list. It's like a community.
I keep in touch with my grandparents.
Keeps us connected. It's the best thing we ever did.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Inside the NBA on TBS is brought to you by Chili's Baby Back Ribs. Chili's like no place else.
Inside is presented by...
Steve, he's swole with the 12.
Wow.
I tell you what, man. Look at the
Rare.
six-pack.
Rare video.
Under that suit.
Here's some actual Steve Kerr video.
Oh.
Remember this game
Mike
winner
should have shot
NBA
that.
Finals?
He should have shot that.
It's the only shot I ever made in my career.
Perfect. Perfect. And you're not the only one on the set who's hit big shots in the NBA
Blowing
Finals.
kisses to Ernie.
Yeah,
Penny,
Kenny the Jet Smith.
gotcha. Where you going, Penny? Oh.
That's not. You think there are similarities between Kenny the Jet Smith and Steve Kerr? Oh, there are so many similarities. Look at
Okay.
this. Born in 65.
Great year. It's a great wine year, too.
Went to college 4 years.
Oh, yeah. Both educated.
World championship team in 86.
Both of us got
same
gold
height,
medals.
Same number of NBA teams.
No question.
Both played with MJ at some point.
That's right.
20 and
Steve
10.
getting the best of Kenny.
You 20 and 10?
Yeah.
Hey!
I dominated.
Fighting for 6 straight
It was
NBA
pure
titles.
domination.
I tell you, that 23, that
I
23
got drafted
guy.
in 65.
Been a pleasure having you here, Steve Kerr.
Thanks.
Thanks
I
a lot.
enjoyed it. Thanks,
By the
guys.
way, Larry Brown's got a press conference tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. Then Allen Iverson,
wait.
and then Jimmy Carter's going to hold hands in a photo op.
Van Gundy will say what?
Is Al
y'all.
Sharpton going to be there?
The media's fault. The media's fault. The media's fault.
I like that.
Keep cashing
You got
those
a lot of
checks, though.
similarities.